just move the machines out of the way.
There should be some equipment by the Adra pillar. Well, here we are on the precipice of discovery. Armed and ready for mischief.
I'm 2 out of 3 anyway.
Before we get started, indulge me. What are you excited to learn about?
Това ме интересува. Първото.
Good. We're on the same page. Now, I'm going to tap into the pillar's dormant energy and give it a good shake. In layman's terms, I'm chumming the water and daring the dream scourge to show its ugly face. This is no time for hesitation. All right. Drawing on the energy of the phantasmal focus, I'll start with a low-frequency ethereal vibration. I've got nothing. You?
Like I could go for some pie.
Shit. All right, adjusting the frequency. Focus is warming up. I hope that's a good sign. Let me know if you feel something. Who knows how your godlike nature will react to this. Brace yourself. We're going to pin this bastard down.
Are you sure about this?
Don't worry, I'm a professional. Now, here goes nothing.
Souls in a circle, a whirlpool. We twine, we twine.
Hey, I think I got something. The focus twitched, like a fishing rod. Is that a door?
Вижте какъв път се отвори.
Not the result I was looking for, but a result nonetheless. Don't be so sure about that. Remember, I'm an animancer, not a locksmith. Right before the door opened, I detected something in the Adra. I was right. The Dream Scourge has a point of origin. We can study the affliction from here, but I don't know that we can stop it. We can discuss our feelings later. Right now, I need answers. If we want to stop the Dream Scourge, we still need to learn more about the source of the affliction. I hate to say it, but we'll get better results at the base of the pillar, where the energies are more potent. Trap or no trap, I didn't come all this way just to give up. After you.
Хайде, дай, искам да видя какво има тук. Да се забъркаме.
I did not bring us here to explore, but clearly something wants to be found.
Does this feel like the start of a cautionary campfire tale to anyone else?
I wonder, did you open the door? Incredible. These ruins are untouched. We are the first to disturb them. When was the last time anyone walked these passages? It must have been centuries. No, millennia. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
За тук... тая дали може да помогне, бе?
We'll talk more once we reach the bottom. What have you got there? Some sort of puzzle piece?
Dagger.
Let's see what you got. Everyone okay?
Charge it up. A little power goes a long way.
О, това ми взема от кръвта.
Coming in hot.
Watch your head. There's a trap right above it. I was worried for a second.
Той не знам как така се хилваш. Не така? Ага, мога да вляза.
Just a little spark. Charge it up. Beautiful. Life into death. To think it survived all these years.
It's surprising.
I would not go swimming if I were you. Unless you wish to meet your maker. There must be a way across. If not underwater, perhaps over it. With the help of some ice.
Къде отидах тук, бе? Сега да се удавя. О, да не намерих пътя без да искам.
Come and get me! One for you!
Пътя обаче не е насам.
Little power goes a long way.
Just a little.
Защо мятам токове? Другите гранати къде останаха? Ей, как ще падна, бе? Сега нямам и отец. Без гранати свършиха. Тая граната каква е? Ех, майко, гледайте какъв съндък се крие.
Charge it up. Little power goes a long way. What in the name of Aora is that?
You, think it's sleeping?
I've never seen anything like it before. I
Това е
don't
някакво
believe it's a
копие ли,
statue.
бе? Уникално оръжие.
No, this was a live one. We're going to die down here, aren't we? Well, I had a good run. Here.
That's one for us.
Я да видя това копие. А то това копие не е по-мощно от моя меч. Я тук някакъв съндък има. Heavy armor. Ама той е слаб.
Ready to make an entrance?
Their own secret places. I'll say it. I'm impressed. I'll fix this. Monsters left? Show yourselves. Some of us have work to do. I guess that means the coast is clear. Let's have a look at the Adra pin.
Ще ли ги лутнах?
Just a little spark. Little power goes a long way.
Какво стана тук?
Just a little spark. Charge it. Just a little spark. Charge it.
Тая врата се отвори.
We've backed the Dream Scourge into a corner. I say we pin it down here and now, before it wriggles away from us. The last time we tried this, you felt something, yes? Maybe it had to do with your godlike nature. Try making contact with the Adra this time. It could only help. The effect should be stronger than before. Brace yourself.
You came. Though your words to us are often as cold and sharp as the ice-rimmed peak, you have come to us in this place. Tributary, the halls of life and death. The mourners are gone now. Only the memories remain.
Какво да отговоря тук? I didn't come here for you, I'm looking for traces of the Dream Scourge.
Alone we have been, and alone you leave us still. Your cruelty wounds us. The Akita twined around us. They sang in awe of what we made. They called us the gardener, steward of life. Sabado. Thinning frost, the morning sun. It has been centuries since anyone but us invoked our name. But we have felt in you the seed of connection. We have sought you, called to you. Even as you scorn us, we would know you. The rot. We feel it too. Our hands are bound. Find us. Free us. The rot that festers seeps into us as well. Our cage is far from here, buried in the garden, beyond the poison sea. Alas, we have been cut off from the land we knew and loved for too long. We could not trace its hills and valleys for you. But there are others who can. Go to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. We will try to explain. Those who cherish us, the chosen of the Akita, wait there. They will show you the way to the garden, to our prison. We will cleanse this rot with you once our hands are unbound. Find us in the garden. We twine, we await. First, let us offer you a sliver of our power, a boon to help you survive and find us. You rejected us once before. Let us lend our shade and strength, for your sake and ours.
Тук мога да взема някаква сила. Спадал Power. What will your boon do to me?
We offer you gifts any would covet, and you search them for rot? You are our kin, the seed of our soul. We would see you avoid our fate. We would see you survive. Will you accept it?
Няма да
A
приемам.
wasted gesture then. It is yours to regret. Now hurry to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. Bind us. Free us.
Godlike ability. Пасивен скил.
You're awake. Finally. We really pushed the phantasmal focus to its limits.
You were out a long time. We gotta start bringing pillows.
For a second there, I thought... Actually, never mind what I thought. Actually, I thought your soul had been blasted to 1,000 pieces. But I'm happy to be proven wrong. While you were out, I got some clear readings of the Dream Scourge. I've tracked its origin to the center of the living lands, somewhere deep in the untouched wilderness. You've heard of it. Fascinating. Maybe someone knows about this garden of yours. If we find the garden, we can cut off the Dream Scourge at its source. I hesitate to bring it up, but you were muttering while you were out. Had quite a lot to say. Whatever you were communing with, it had a spiritual energy I've encountered before, though only in traces. It must be connected to the Dream Scourge. Perhaps they share a similar origin. Yes, Sapadal. Who are they? What are they to you? Oh. I'm sorry, what? Sapadal is a god? But that's impossible. How could we have missed this? A trapped god. Trapped. And you spoke to them through the Adra. Maybe that tells us something. Perhaps the bars of their prison would be forged of essence, not iron. We've long theorized that all Adra is connected, but that changed when Animancers came to the Living Lands. The Adra here is severed from the rest of Eora, connected only to itself, or so we believe. If Sapadal speaks and works through Adra, then the Living Lands is their prison, their tomb.
Sapadal wants me to free them.
Now that is a tall order. We know the Dream Scourge is coming from this garden of yours. Maybe Sapadal can help us fight it. Indeed. That will be for you to judge. The real question is, where do I start?
Welcome to the crew.
Thank you. I've been working on my own for so long that I'm not accustomed to sharing the burden. We'll find the source of the Dream Scourge in the garden, but we have to find the garden first.
Then that's where we start.
Let's return to Fior Mesiverno. Banished or not, maybe I can squeeze a few answers out of my colleagues. I wouldn't count on it. Besides, what good am I to Fior Mesiverno anymore? The farms, the community, my research, they all depend on animancy. But the Dream Scourge is the end of animancy, the end of the Living Lands as we know it. We should leave this place and its memories. There's nothing more for us here.
Finding a secret entrance and discovering a new god. Not bad for a day's work.
Stop! The trees splinter, the rice turns black. The pain! The pain!
Това дърво пак не говори.
They trample the farmlands. They tear down the gates.
I lost you for a second there. Something the matter? I'm right behind you. Let's go. You take the lead.
Come on. There's a way up those stairs.
Така, връщаем се сега. Тая врата май преди малко беше заключена, бе.
There is such a thing as learning too much. The mortal mind can only take so many revelations at a time. What we discovered here. Oh my god. No!
Andra's debts. This was no accident.
Тя се върна там. Не мога да използвам телепорта.
did this? It's all gone. The city. My home. Right. We should be a moving target, in case anyone comes for us next. We have to check on the others. At least let me find Quilici. Any survivors would have evacuated to the farms north of town. Come. There's not a moment to waste.
A city up in flames? You tell me who your coin is on.
I can't believe this. What you smell is the workshop going up in flames. Our books, chemicals, our machines. Many of those inventions were originals from the Valian republics. One of a kind, irreplaceable. I don't know why I'm dwelling on that. We lost more than our work.
Your work was your home.
Преди малко на картата. Ето го мерчанта.
You're allowed to mourn it.
Тук горе.
They burn. They blind us.
Искам да видя какво продава.
Hey, you there? Need
Я
some
първо да
supplies?
си видя инвентара, какви айтеми намерих. Това копие е готино. Но ще играя с това меч.
Supplies?
Тая пръчка за какво е? Май за Уизарда.
What a terrible loss. I don't care what anyone says, Fiorme Severno was the jewel of the living lands.
Вижте, какво продава тая? Хубавите итеми са само и тези. Я да видя до това място, не мога ли да направя телепорт? Не става.
I hope everyone is all right. Animancers know how to plan for an emergency, but we've never seen one like this. If anything happened to Quilici, I don't know what I'd do.
Let's get to the farms. If there's trouble, we can help.
Again and again they strike.
There's the city. What's left of it. Gods, who could do this to us? Who could burn us out like rats and call it a victory? Motherfuckers. I don't know how we recover. Our past is in those flames. Our history. Everything we are.
Not as long as there are people who remember it.
How many thorns must we claw out?
We made it out. Oh, thank gods. Thank the gods.
Not bad, envoy.
Clear flank! Nothing like a win with a good team.
Бяха и баси славите. Не, там има някакъв съндък май. Не, пробило.
These people are looking for leadership. A sense of direction.
What a fine
should find
mess the
Quilici.
Tyrans have made for us.
We've been at war against nature so long. Envoy? Oh, thank goodness. For a moment there, I thought we'd lost you in the attack.
As if you don't already know.
Inasi, calm yourself.
Why should I be calm? His people burned my city.
The Steel Garrote are hardly his people.
They offered us no negotiation, no peaceful terms. Just flames and laughter as we ran. Don't be naive. Anyone who serves under an Adiran banner is complicit. Your Inquisitor is determined to burn out anyone who doesn't conform to Adiran ways.
We agree on one thing. The Steel Garrote have declared war on the Living Lands.
No, it's a war crime.
What happened here is no coincidence. Their forces already have an unshakable grip on Paradis. This attack was meant to weaken us. No doubt they will circle back to finish what they started. Tell us, what of your research into the Dream Scourge? Assuming our governor wants to hear it.
I may have spoken in haste before.
Pardon?
The very notion that the Dream Scourge had blighted our farms, it was too awful to acknowledge.
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was falling apart on my watch, and I wasn't strong enough to bear it. As Jetta was eager to remind me. You must understand, my mother had the Dream Scourge. I hoped against reason that she might recover, but her mind grew as blighted as her lands. To face reality would mean upending my city, throwing order into chaos, and admitting she was truly gone. I'm so sorry, Giata.
Don't waste your apologies on me. This changes nothing between us.
I don't expect your forgiveness, but I will do everything in my power to make this right. Whatever you have to say, I'm ready to hear it.
Кода избера. Go ahead, Giata, tell them everything.
You want me to do the talking? Very well. The evidence is clear. The Living Lands is on the edge of an ecological disaster, both physically and spiritually. We may know the origin of the Dream Scourge. By following it back to the source, perhaps we can reverse the damage. Now for the bad news. An undiscovered god rests in the heart of this island. Until we know more about its nature, we are powerless to stop it.
But this is madness. When I said I was ready for the truth, I didn't mean... Quilici, tell him it's madness.
Envoy, is it true?
You have no idea what this thing is, but now you're helping it?
He may be compelled by his godlike nature. It would be wise not to question such things. First the Dream Scourge, then the Steel Garrote, and now, what does this god of yours want us to do? Pray?
This is no time for a theological discussion. Our survival hangs on a knife's edge. We can't remain in Emerald Stair.
There is no reason to stay, unless you count picking through the ashes. We should relocate to Thirdborn. It's the only settlement that can take us all.
No. I say we go to Paradis.
What has gotten into you?
As long as we are Animancers, the adherents will pursue us to the ends of the earth. Instead, we lay low, hide in plain sight, let them believe we're beaten, and bide our time.
While we hide, the Dream Scourge will tear this island apart. At least in Thirdborn, we can practice animancy freely. We can't gamble with our existence. The political climate of the Living Lands is too dangerous.
Много приказки, бе. Take your people to Thirdborn, study and help however you can.
Thirdborn has its own problems. Paradise is more secure, but it would mean living under a Diran rule. I don't like our options, but that shouldn't stop us from committing to one.
Thirdborn's full of hardy types. Lots of former soldiers and mercenaries. A rough bunch, but good to have at your back. It's also farther from the Steel Garrote's base of operations. That's where I'd make my stand.
We'll be proud to lend our strength to theirs, as animancers and as fellow expatriates.
I have my misgivings, but you helped my father leave the Republics. I trust you to help us again. What of you, envoy? Where does the hunt for the Dream Scourge take you next?
Oh, I do.
Yardsley? Don't tell me you are getting swept up in all of this.
Oh, really? You should know better, darling. Any talk of the Akita, and I will appear. If you're looking for the garden, I can probably lead the way. You're already aware that I'm the
Добре,
foremost
тая
scholar
знае
in the
за
living
тази
lands.
градина.
Godless scholar, my dear. No one outside of academia uses their proper name.
Ah, right. Layman's terms. Thank you, darling. Well, to make a long story short, I think I can lead you to the garden. 30 years of research, and I think the answer lies in a ruin called Naku Kubel, which is in Shatterscarp. So we've got to get there now. Before Fiora went up in flames, that Garrote monster took my research. Your kin are on their way to the garden now. Wait. If they know as much as we do, they know to go to Shatterscarp too. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerity. Meet me in Thirdborn, all right? You can't miss it. It's the only bit of civilization in Shatterscarp, if you can call it that. I'll finish getting ready here and just meet you there.
Ugh, what a whirlwind. God, I love that tiny woman.
Поймем се.
Naturally. She's feisty, passionate, loyal, determined. My life would not be the same without her.
For what it's worth, I vouch for Yardsley. She's a good friend and a bad influence. Right now, we could use both.
There's a gate to the north, which will take you to Shatterscarp. It's guarded by some of our best rangers.
Then we should approach carefully. They'll be on their guard after this.
I'll make sure they grant you safe passage. May the gods protect you, envoy.
Exploring the living lands with a friend. What more could I ask for?
Back to Shatterscarp then.
Ого, това чак на 10 метра ли?
Rebuilding has begun! From the ashes, your will rise!
Я да видя на картата. Добре. От тук май не мога да се кача нагоре. Леля, как се пребих.
Let's finish this.
On your right!
I'm coming for Ludwig next. Stuff is growing everywhere.
Who disturbs a quarry in the grass?
No one I've ever seen.
One for you!
Няма ли някакъв съндък нещо? Малко съндъче.
Are they retreating? Now I've seen it all.
Just like the good old days.
Но това е някакви бутуши има. Кой го стреля този бе? Така, машини, слагам край на това видео тук. Надявам се да ви е харесало. Ако ви е харесало, дарете по един палец нагоре и subscribe за канала в YouTube. Това е от мен. Айде, чао!